you to talk.
My name is Tracy Morgan, and I'm running for the General Counsel Secretary position. I have volunteered with the tribe for many, many, many years. In fact, it's into the decades at this point in time. I come from the Bouchard family. My father is Boo Bouchard, my grandfather was Albie Bouchard, and my Indian name, which was given to me by my Aunt Tana, is Goes Far Woman. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I have utilized that degree in many different facets of my life. I have worked in a couple of different fields that also will enhance my ability to be secretary because of the organizational skills that I have had to learn through those different positions, literally starting at the ground floor and working my way up. I do a lot of volunteer work. I love doing volunteer work. I believe that that is what God put me on this earth to do, and it is something that I cherish every day. I volunteer with kids. I have done volunteer work with kids now for a little over 30 years, and I love being an advocate for those that can't speak for themselves. And if you need a champion, I promise I will advocate for you in any way I possibly can, because that's how important advocacy is to me. My goals are simple. I want us to come together, I want us to grow together, and I want us to be better together. And we can do that with having good words, good thoughts, good deeds that come into play with every decision that we make, and by taking ourselves out of what we're going to gain from what we do and looking at other people's perspectives. So I'm running for GC Secretary, and I hope you all vote for me. Thank you. My name is Tracy Morgan, and the greatest challenge that I see, I agree with everybody who has mentioned everything, leadership is probably at the top of the list. One of the things that we have got to do is we have got to stop fighting with each other, we have got to stop putting each other down, and we have got to stop picking sides. I wrote an entire response yesterday, and then I talked to a member last night, and it wasn't a member, it was actually a lost bird. The greatest challenge that we have right now is the indirect effects that the decisions that are being made by people in leadership positions that affect everyone. When we lost our court system a little over 2 years ago, we lost our dependency court for our kids, which means now today, our lost birds, if they are in the child dependency program for Washington State or any other state, they can't come to the Cowlitz tribe, and ICWA can't protect them. We have no one there to help. Even if I were to end up in that same program today, I may have legal protections, but I would have to know how to advocate for myself because there's no one to help. And we have got to stop hurting our own people, period. That is the greatest challenge that we have, and until we make the decision that I am no longer going to behave in a negative way towards the people I disagree with, we are not going to be able to change that, and we change that by picking leaders that bring us together and stop the division. My name is Tracy Morgan, and I'm running to be your GC Secretary. I agree with everything that everybody has said. One of the very first things, if I'm elected, that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Dean Reynolds and I'm going to have him help me do a strategic plan so we can hit these 3 to 5 year goals. And then I'm going to sit down with Bill McTurnell and I'm going to say, help us get there. Show us the way and show us what you did. In the next 3 to 5 years, I think that we can focus on expanding GWE for housing, health care, and work towards child care as well as daycare and preschool. I think that we can expand our court systems, not just, we have typically done 4 generations, we should be able to do 7 generations and beyond. And if you can show lineage to that, you should be able to get the helps within there. We also need to expand medical care for everybody so that if you are Cowlitz, no matter where you live at in the world, you should be able to have medical care within the next 3 to 5 years, and we should be able to expand that not only with our current programs, but we should be able to expand that with GWE as well. We also need to focus on child care. That is probably one of the biggest things that I hear from working parents is finding a safe place for their kids. I want to see mentor programs within our tribe. There is absolutely no reason why we cannot have a mentoring program where we can teach people to do the very same things that we went to school to do. We have plumbers, we have construction workers, we have teachers. We have so many people with wealths of knowledge that we can tap into. We need to start that with our young, and we start with our elders and asking them to see what they want to see and what they can mentor in. I think we can create partnerships with not only members, but we can create a banking system within our tribe so that we can grow our tribe to the point where you coming out of college or you coming out of high school, you can start a loan program with our tribe based on your affiliation and your dedication and work with the tribe. We have 5-year plans for sustainable housing, first-time homeowner programs, step-up, step-down programs, rental assistance, more expansive on aging in place, long-term elder care. Again, my name is Tracy Morgan. Thank you for coming today, and thank you for putting this on. And I thank all the candidates, just like everybody else has, because I see a lot of inspiration. I really thought about what I wanted to say in closing, and what kept coming back to me is money, 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 money. As a young kid, I was always taught the root of all evil is the love of money. And as an adult, I've got to hear a lot of people speak about money. And one of the most profound things that I've ever learned and that I have tried to strive for is your life truly changes when you hit a very specific point in your wealth. When your wealth no longer brings you happiness, but you turn that into advocacy, and you turn that wealth and access into power by the people that you can help lift up. And that's where we're at today. We have enough wealth to start lifting our people up. And I love the idea of being able to fulfill a retirement plan for every single member. Because the greatest thing that we have on our side, especially when we're young, is compounding interest. And we could give that gift to our kids. We could give that gift to the next 100 generations with what we do wisely, with the wealth we have gained, the access we've created, and the good deeds and good people we put in its steward. And that's why I'm asking you to vote for me.